Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to do a get ready with me using the Marc Jacobs palette. So this is the Marc Jacobs palette that I promised you guys last week that I would use. This is called the Wild One. As you can tell, my voice sounds pretty good right now. I'm a little nasally, but nothing too bad. So I have this palette to use with you guys. I already have my foundation on and my primer on because I am doing a foundation wear test. So you guys will probably see that video either before this or after this. I'm not sure how they're going to go up, what order they're going to go up. But I am doing a foundation wear test, so kind of liking the foundation already. So hopefully it works out good. Right now it looks pretty nice. I like the color match and everything. And I didn't even go to be color match, which is impressive. I did it myself. So now we're going to do the get ready with me for my face. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and prime my eyelids. And to prime my eyelids today, I'm going to use... Oh my gosh, my makeup is all jumbled, guys. When you've been sick, things just don't seem to be in the right order. I feel like things are a little out of place right now. Uh-oh, where is my eyelid primer? Oh no, do I not have one? Guys, this is already starting off not good. Okay, look, we're gonna have to grab an eyelid primer. We're gonna use the Standby, the tried and trusted, the Mac Painterly Paint Pot. Because you guys know this is like my ride or die eye primer, even though it's not really an eye primer. So I'm going to put this on my eyelids. And then I'm going to put that in with my beauty blender. This makeup makes me feel itchy around the face. Is that a bad sign? I'm not real sure. It makes me feel itchy around my mouth area. I wonder if that means I might be allergic to something in it. That's not good. Okay. So I'm just going to dab that in with my beauty blender. You guys, I feel so good now. Do you guys ever get sick and then after you've been sick for a while, you come out of the sickness and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like I could like run a marathon. I'm not really gonna run a marathon right now because I don't think I could tolerate it, but I feel just so much better. Like, I don't know, I feel like the clouds finally parted. I'm really itchy. It feels like the clouds kind of parted and I'm like sunshine is shining down now. I feel really great. And that's a great feeling. If you've ever been sick for quite a few days in a row, then afterwards and you start feeling like that sunshine's coming through, you're just like, yes, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my color switch to make sure my brush is nothing on it. I'm using my Tarte brush, the one that's like bent. I love this brush. It works so well for me. You guys have asked about this brush before, whether or not maybe it was broken or something, but no, you can actually buy them like this on the Tarte website, so they're pretty good. I like that it kind of contours your eye by itself. Kind of makes it a little bit easier to work. So let me open this palette back up. It's kind of a pain in the pedunkus to open up, to be honest. Alright, so now let's see what shades we're going to go into. So we're going to go into the shade right down here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. I'm going to go into that shade right there, and I'm going to just lay that down as my base. And we're all about that base, right? All about that base. Okay, y'all don't want me to sing. I promise I won't do it. Alright, here's another one. Here's another one. Oh my gosh. Here's the other side. Yep, it's been a while since I've had to do a beauty video, you guys. And I'm trying to do 2 get readies with me this week. I want to do this eye palette and then the Ciate palette. Because I need to get all my reviews up before the holidays start to creep in. Because I want you guys to know my thoughts and my opinions on these palettes. So far, this one honestly is my favorite out of all. Can't say out of all of them. The Too Faced one, the new peach one, that one's really, really nice. And I don't even think that's a holiday palette. So now I'm going to go into the shade right here. I'm going to use this as my transition. And these colors, you're going to see, like, look how pigmented they are. And I'm barely, look, you can see I'm barely touching my eye. And they have excellent pigmentation. So, and they blend out very nicely and easily. But I mean, for the price tag, it better. That's my thoughts on that. I'm like, it better blend out. But I have last year's palette too, the Marc Jacobs holiday palette from last year. And I'd have to say this palette is better than last year's palette. Last year's palette was great, but this year's palette is just, I don't know, it's like so much better. Somehow, some way, they've made the formula just so much better. And I know these are the new formula in this palette, so that makes it even better, because if you guys were interested in getting those smaller, the little small palettes that he's come out with, this is actually a better deal because you're getting 20 in here and it's $100. Whereas, and so technically you're only paying $5 a piece for each shadow. That's like Makeup Geek prices, so And this is Marc Jacobs. So this is like luxury. So you got to think of it that way too sometimes. And then especially if you are thinking about getting it maybe during the VIB sale, because you're going to be able to get 20% off. So that's going to take it down to $80. So that's going to make your price even more better. What would that make it, like $4 a shadow? Yeah, like $4 a shadow. Hey, good math there, Tiffany. Okay, so I just about blinked into my thing. Okay, so there we go. There is my transition. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my brow bone, and I don't typically do it that way. You guys know I don't. So I'm going to go over here to this white shade. This shade right here is very, very pigmented. Some white shades I've noticed are a little bit more muted. This one is not muted. I mean, like if I go in full force with this, it's going to be super white. So that's why I'm really tapping off and hardly tapping in. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. Let me get a little bit more though, so I can show you guys full pigmentation. Tap off a little bit. Look, do you see how white you can make it? I mean, like, that's a little crazy. I don't want it that bright. I don't want light bright on my forehead or my eyebrows. Okay, I'll twist my brush here, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone again on the other side, and I'm still going to kind of rub that out a little bit. Rub one out. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been too long since I've done this. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do a color for my V, my outer V. I'm going to use this. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush. This is the blending brush, or the set of brushes that I got from that sale. Or that wasn't a sale. It was like a coupon that I had from Sigma. These are really good. Really good. Okay, so I'm going to go in with, as you guys know, these are like the colors of this year, I think. Honestly, I think this should have been the color of the year instead of that green color they made. Because I feel like everybody's wearing this burgundy shade. So I'm going to go in with that a little bit on the outer V. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I feel like this and like that foresty green color are really, really prominent this fall especially. Like those are the colors. And I like the mustard yellow color too that's in. So I'm going to go back into this. And then do it on the other side. I'm just going to blend it up a little bit. Blend, blend, blend. I'm going to take it more into the inner portion. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to take it in a little bit more. Take it in. Almost a halo effect. But not quite. Almost, but not quite. There was a book I read like that, like when I was in middle school. I think it was like, those were the, oh my gosh, Judy Blume maybe? I don't know. It wasn't a book, it's a poem. I had to memorize it for a play. I remember now, okay. Alright, so now that burgundy color is on. I love that burgundy, especially with the greens this year right now. Looking pretty nice. Now I'm going actually to take my finger and I'm going to pop this green. You guys are gonna be like, what? Yep, green. Right here in the center. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to bring it into the inner portion. Don't worry, I'm going to blend all this out. But just look how beautiful that green is. Wow. That green again with my pinky. My fingers are really big, so I have to use like pinky fingers because I have like man hands. I'm the character or the lady on Seinfeld when Seinfeld's eating the crab legs. Was it crab legs he was eating? I have man hands. I really do. I feel like I do. Like, look, guys. I have big hands. Okay, so now I'm going to take my clean brush and I'm just going to blend backwards. You guys know I try to blend backwards to try not to move the inner portion shadow too much. And then I'm going to blend up. You guys can blend however you choose to though. Don't use my advice for blending. I just do it however. Whatever works for you, whatever works is how you should do it, honestly. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to blend backwards. And then I'm going to blend up. Blend outward. And this is just trying to make all the colors kind of mesh together. but still keep that green popping. Okay, so there that is. And like I said, there's a little bit of the red going on to the inner corner, but not a lot. So I didn't want it to be super prominent. I still wanted the green to be the main focal point in the center. Okay, so now I'm going to align my lids with, oh, darn, I need to grab another brush. Or do I need to grab another brush? Nope, I do not. Okay, I'm going to use the SL Miss Glam. I thought I didn't have one. I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. This is a new trick that I learned on if you have hooded eyes like I do, like to where like if your eyes are completely open, like right now you can't see a whole lot of lid space. So what I've been doing, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see better too. What I've been doing is this little trick here to help me to keep my lid space so that my eyes don't look smaller than they already are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this brown shade right here in the palette. And I'm just going to tip in with this, what is this kind of brush? It's a small angled eye brush. So, whoops, or you didn't even see the brown. So that's the brown we're dipping into. I'm going to tap off. And then what I'm going to do, I need to get a mirror so I can see. I'm going to take that up into the lash line. And just keep taking it into the lash line. You may need to dip in a few times to make sure that you have enough on your thing, but you can see already it's creating my lashes look a little bit fuller, a little bit thicker, and that's pretty much the whole point in putting a liner on your eyes anyway, is to create that illusion of a thicker lash line. So this creates a thicker lash line, and it doesn't lose any lid space. And it doesn't move then. You may have some transfer down into here. If you do, you know, that's okay because it doesn't look bad. I've had transfer down into there and it doesn't look bad, honestly. So I just keep dipping in until I get it completely filled in. And I blink a lot. So you just do it the best you can. So there, do you see the difference already? Can you see a difference in my eyes? How one looks like I have a little bit more lashes and the other one not so much. So that's the little trick for if you have hooded eyes and you want to use a liner but you can't keep it thin and you don't want to lose that lid space. This is a little trick. I saw this on, oh my gosh, what is his name? Oh my goodness, he is a makeup artist. What is his name? I will have it linked below. I can't remember what his name is. Oh my goodness, I'm so smart today. I don't remember. But anyway, I saw he showed this as a little trick. He's always got some really unique tricks for makeup application and stuff. Wayne Goss, there we go. It's the Wayne Goss trick. I knew it would come to me eventually. I want to get some Wayne Goss brushes. That's like one of my biggest wish lists is to have some Wayne Goss brushes because I heard they're so good. So I really want to save up some money and get some of those because I know they're very pricey. But I've heard that they're really worth it. So that is definitely on my wish list. Okay, so do you see a difference in my eyes? And like I said, you may have some kind of transfer down into here, especially if you're not very good at it like me, where I just kind of like make a mess with it. And that's okay, honestly, because if you leave it down in there, it looks like you kind of already drew an eyeliner into your eyelid under here. So if you don't want that, you can always take a little Q-tip and wipe that away. Or if you want to keep it, you can keep it too. Okay, just make sure that whatever is okay to put into, it's eye makeup, so it should be okay to put in your eyes. I mean, I know the ones with like red pigmentation aren't really technically supposedly eye safe, which I don't understand that whole thing. Why do you put reds in an eyeshadow palette if it's not technically eye safe? I don't know, it's a little weird. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up that because we're not going to keep that today. So I'm just going to take and roll my little Q-tip along my lash line here to get rid of that. And then if I have any over here, I'm going to roll here too, just in case. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so there that is cleaned up a little bit. So that is the little trick that I learned to see. I have all my lid space still, and I didn't lose any of that. So that's really important if you don't have a whole lot of lid space, if you have hooded eyes like I do. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I've heard some people say that you should heat your eyelash curler. I need to figure out how to do that. And by the way, guys, my hair is not done for the day, so no worries. I'm not leaving it like this. You guys still want a tutorial on how to curl my hair the way I do it. Right now it's kind of falling flat because it's super clean. So I should have probably sprayed it with something. That's my bad. So I'm going to try out, I'm going to use for mascara. Couldn't think of the word. That's when you know you've not done a video for a couple days. I'm going to use the Lancome. This is the mascara. This is the Mr. Big, which that's how I'm going to say it because I know it's Monsieur Big or something like that. I don't even know. I have been enjoying this mascara. In the beginning when I first tried it, I thought it was okay. Now the more I've tried it, the more I'm enjoying it. So I've noticed that it works a little bit better for me than it did in the beginning. And I don't know if it's because I'm finally getting the technique for mascara, or if it's just because it's a good mascara. I'm pretty sure it's because it's just a good mascara, because guess what? Your girl cannot do mascara still. I cannot do it whatsoever. Okay. I don't know, it's kind of looking clumpy today. What the heck? This mascara has good days and bad days. Alright, so now I'm going to do the other side. See, I do really good in the beginning. I can sit there and do patient with it. And then all of a sudden it's like, I get impatient with it. And then I'm like, okay, just hurry up. I don't know. You guys have any kind of makeup technique that you're not the greatest at? Let me know so I don't feel so alone. What is your favorite thing to apply to? I'd love to know that. What is your favorite thing to put on? My favorite thing to put on is eyeshadows. I love doing eyeshadow because eyeshadow just, I feel like you can make a big difference in your eyes with your eyeshadow. But I know you can make a big difference with mascara too, because you can see the difference you make with mascara. I just wish I was better at it. And I've tried all kinds of techniques. I've tried the mouth wide open. I've tried curling them. I've tried, I don't know. I feel like I've tried so many different techniques and nothing seems to really be that great for me. So, and you guys sometimes ask why I don't put mascara on my bottom lash line. I just don't like it there, to be honest with you. I don't think it looks that great on me. So, I know it looks great on a lot of other people, but just for me, it just doesn't work out that great. Now I'm going to actually conceal under my eyes, and for concealer I'm going to be using my NARS. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in, I'm sorry, this is in Custard. So I think I have a little bit of mascara on my eyelids too. I need to clean that up. So I'm just going to put some of this here. After using this one for a while and then going back and forth between this and my Urban Decay, I can honestly say I'm not so sad that NARS is not cruelty free anymore, because this one's not my favorite anymore. The Urban Decay one is my absolute favorite out of like the way that it works under my eyes and everything. This one's not the greatest. So I'm not too depressed anymore that they are not cruelty free. I mean, I wish they were cruelty free. I wish more companies would understand that how important it is to treat not only other humans with kindness, but other creatures and critters of the world, because we need to love one another. And those little critters, they definitely don't deserve the way that they get treated in those factories and things. So that's the main reason I went cruelty free, because I do have, or that I'm trying to go cruelty free. I'm going to use up whatever I have in my stash. But I mean, I have 2 little dogs, and looking at them every day and thinking about some of the things I had saw on videos, oh, it breaks my heart. I can't do it. I'm like, nope, it's not worth it. My vanity is not worth their lives. Okay. Even though I'm not preaching that to you guys. So if you guys do not want to be cruelty free, that is completely up to you. I'm not trying to preach or anything like that. It's just my opinion on it. Just so it's okay. Everybody has their own opinions, right? Now I'm going to use my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pressed Pores. I love this for under the eyes. You guys know I've said like 16,000 times I need to purchase a full size of this. So I need to just do it, because this is like the end of my pan. Look, we're like at rock bottom here. I need to go ahead and get one. I was just kind of waiting for a good deal because I'm trying not to spend so much on makeup. You guys know that's a lie, right? I just hate buying simple things like that. I like buying eyeshadows because they're just so much prettier. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up around my eyelid area using a clean Q-tip. And I may have to put a little bit of that green back on because I may rub a little bit of that off. So there that is. And I'm going to zoom you guys back out so we can see everything else that I finished up on. Okay, so let me put a little bit of green back on. I was confused what I was supposed to be doing. I was like, what am I doing here? Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this on my pinky again. And I'm just going to tap it ever so lightly there. There we go. That's the other great thing about having your eyeliner, like the way that I just did it, is that if you have to add more eyeshadow, you don't have to worry about getting it onto your eyeliner. Which you see this, it's coming down again for me, and I think it's because I do have pretty watery eyes. But honestly, I don't think it looks bad, so it's not that I'm upset about it at all. Okay, now I'm going to go back and using that brush that I used to do my eyeliner, and I'm going to actually smoke out that same color brown underneath my eyelids. On my lower lash line. So I'm just going to go in and lightly smoke some out. I don't want it super dark and deep, but I do want some here. Okay. Do it on the other side. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom you in just a little bit. I think I need a little bit more on my brush. I keep closing the palette. It's like, you're not done, stop. Okay, so open back up. And then now I'm going to wipe off my brush using my color switch. And then I'm just going to kind of fade it in a little bit. I don't want it as deep and dark as it is on the outer portion, but I still want it to be faded in some. Alright, so there that is. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corner, and I'm going to use my Hourglass palette to highlight my inner corner. This is the Hourglass palette. This is the Absolute Strobe Light palette. I love this thing. I'm going to use the peachy tone, or like the pinky tone one, the first one here. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that right here and right here. And then I'm going to press it in because I like to make sure that it's nice and smooth right there. So there's my inner corner highlight. Doesn't it look so pretty? I think that highlight is so gorgeous. This highlight palette is not like any others that I've tried from Hourglass, because most of Hourglass products I feel like are very muted. This is not muted at all. So on my cheeks I'm going to use the middle tone right here. So then I guess maybe in the Ciate Get Ready With Me I'll use this one. And then I'll stick this on. You can see, like, look. It gives such a beautiful glow to your skin. I am in love with this palette. If you wanted an Hourglass palette, but you always felt like it was just a little too not sparkly enough for you, or not shiny enough, or not stroby enough, I think you're going to like this one. Okay, now I need to do my blush, and for blush I'm going to use my Tarte palette. This is the Tarte, the Blush Bazaar. So this is another holiday palette that I need to get a review up on. So here's what it looks like on the inside. You do get 10 different products in here. 2 of them are highlights, so you can technically use the highlights. I could have used those. So I'm going to use the, going to use this tone right here, which is Skillful. And I'm using the SL Miss Glam Fluffy Powder brushes. I'm trying to try these out, so just in case you guys were interested in getting any of these SL Miss Glam brushes. I know you can't get that deal anymore on Amazon, or not Amazon, but Ipsy. But you can still buy them on her website if you were interested. But so far I think they're very nice. They're not the best brushes I've ever tried, but they're very soft and they're very pretty. I love the color of the brushes too. You guys know I love that Tiffany blue. That Tiffany blue is just gorgeous. Not because of the name, it's just a really pretty color. Doesn't hurt that it's, it's my name. Okay. So there that is. And then now I'm going to, just before I do my lips, I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, this thing's leaking. What the heck? This is my Laura Geller Spackle Mist. I'm going to go ahead and set my face quick. I don't know if it actually sets your face, to be honest. I think it just kind of gives a little bit more of hydration, which is what I really like, because you guys know with dry skin, hydration is very important. Okay, now for lips, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty. This is the Fenty Beauty, the Gloss Bomb. So I'm going to use this for my lips today because, first of all, my lips are still pretty dry from being sick. Second of all, I really like this because I think it's something that's very universal that a lot of people could use. And it smells good. I should just put a little dot there and make it look like a beauty mark. What do you guys think? Should I do it? I'm just kidding. Okay. It's so smooth. And it smells so good. It smells very sweet and almost creamy. So that is the get ready with me for today. I'll zoom you guys back out so you can see what I look like completely. Of course, I have not done my hair yet. Can pull that down now. Need to go finish my hairdo up. So that is the complete get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's little get ready with me using the Marc Jacobs palette. I will be doing a complete swatch and complete review of the palette, as well as a 3 looks 1 palette type of video with that palette. This is just basically a get ready with me so you can see kind of a little bit of it in action. So now you guys know kind of what to look forward to, whether or not I'm actually enjoying the palette. I really do think it's good. If it's something you wanted to maybe add to your Christmas list or something like that, I'd say add it because it's very, very nice. So, and it's a very, I feel like if you're wanting the smaller palettes, I think you're better off to get the bigger one. I don't love the packaging design on the outside, but that's okay. I love what's inside. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions on anything that I've tried out today. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.